Darlings, how are you guys doing? So, as you may have heard, I believe last night was the Grammys, the Grammy Awards. You know who, Miss Beyonce, Queen Bee, has won as the first black woman in country to win a Grammy, I believe. And also, as to be expected, Kendrick Lamar swept up the Grammys, with his awards. And I mean, look, every time I hear the name Kendrick Lamar, I still think like his song "Not Like Us," just it's on replay in my head as it's like when I hear his name, and it's like, hello. I don't know. For me, it's gonna be a classic. For me, it's just gonna be one of those things. Is always gonna be in my playlist, and it should be, right. It's just I felt like, or I still feel like, that was a really, or is a really, really good diss track. It's just well thought out. It's just, I don't know, for me. Anywho. But beyond that, obviously, I mean, I was kind of expecting Kanye to actually be there, but I didn't expect him to actually have his wife, Bianca Censori, to be, naked. I mean, with just that little slip of a dress that was see through, she was practically naked. She was naked. Yeah. Yeah. So, with that little antic of theirs, because, they love shocking people, obviously. Oh, dear child. Oh, I cannot. Um, so, apparently, Kanye may just be costing himself a $20 million international concert deal. According to the Daily Mail, the rapper was slated to perform 2 shows at the Tokyo Dome this upcoming May. But after his little antic with his wife on the red carpet yesterday, where she, wearing a fur coat and nothing underneath and showing off the nothing underneath at the crypto.com arena last night, those financing gigs just might be strongly reconsidered. Apparently, quote, the investors in Japan who are or were backing up the concerts, the 2-day concerts, were obviously extremely upset by this, and allegedly or highly likely that they would consider pulling the funding for the shows, unquote. Per a local source speaking to Daily Mail on Monday, because they're calling, quote, the stunt, unquote, as having been greeted with horror in Japan and creepy beyond belief. Like, was it to be expected? Of course. But it almost seems like we have seen just about every inch and nook and cranny of Kanye's wife at this point. Like, girl, what is the true intent here? To look like you're a woman of the night? I just, oh, I don't understand. I mean, surely you guys can afford clothes, right? You're obviously somebody who is fond of showing off your bare skin and assets and body parts that should be covered for decency's sake. But yeah, sheesh. So that source further explained that the country, Japan, is currently experiencing, quote, a cultural awakening about women's rights, unquote, noting that, quote, what Kanye did and his wife is being seen as an act of coercive control, which is utterly unacceptable, unquote. I mean, I don't know whose idea it was. We may never know. But yeah, yeah. For a country as fairly conservative as Japan is, it's still pretty much conservative. You know, people are encouraged um, to not cause a ruckus, to not attract attention to themselves, to be proper, to um, conduct themselves within like society's norms, as you know, as dictated by their own society. This is definitely way out of the norm. Definitely. And obviously, it's a clear misjudgment of how tolerant, you know, the Japanese people may be toward these types of stunts. And hasn't Kanye been like living in Japan nearly full time though? For like, I don't know, a year or two now? Um, and I'm so happy for him that, you know, somebody's actually potentially thinking about funding a two night concert for him or what have you. But sorry, my allergies are here. uh, it just seems like he just doesn't give a crap. Like he's just effing up the opportunity that's coming to him. It's just like, bruh. I'm so confused. It's like, and then for his wife, who used to be his employee and then became his muse and then became his spouse, girlfriend, uh, what does your parents say? I mean, what do you think about these antics? In the end, years from now, maybe 5 years from now, when, you know, you're a little bit older and maybe a little bit more mature. Mm, mm, yeah. It's- I don't know. It just like with this antic, it just seems like he's her pimp and she's the, you know what? Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, first off, whoever sat in her chair. Because you know how, like, when you go to concerts, there's people that fill in. So, like, when the camera pans, the seats are filled. I hope that they've set something down, like some kind of towel or a chuck's pad or something. Girl. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's all we have for that one. Darlings, yeah, even though we live in a society um, that is a lot more accepting now of the different peculiarities of people's personalities, let's remember there may be children that are watching us, okay? Just please keep your clothes on, please. Anywho, darlings, remember you're all kinds of fabulous. Don't you forget it. Don't you let anybody else tell you otherwise. And I know you want to leave grace for others, but please do not ignore those red flags and always journey in gratitude, my darling dears. I shall see you all in the next go round. Toodaloo for now. Bye.